Okie doke. Well, now the hotkeys fucking work. Good morning? Afternoon? It's 6:40 p.m. You would think I would know it was evening, but nope. Nope. My sleep schedule is entirely fucked. Good afternoon. Let's try this again. Of course, it was yesterday, the last day before the 3.03 patch went live, that I'm like, let's start a new Stellaris campaign. And fittingly, I'm gonna have to torpedo the hour or so that we put in yesterday, so no big deal. Honestly, easy come, easy go. Before I hop in here, let's talk about mod changes. The what mods I'm running video is still pretty up to date. I'm no longer using the slower first contact mod, as apparently that's been incorporated into the main game. First contact has been slowed by, quote, about 50%. I don't know why they said about 50% instead of 50%, but fuck knows. Additionally, the Mass Effect Systems mod seems to have resolved their crashing issues. Apparently it was a compatibility issue with Dynamic UI Overhaul. That's on Dynamic UI Overhaul's end, which to my knowledge is not getting fixed, so they just temporarily nixed the system's relics, I think, that were causing the problem, and now it should be working, so hopefully it's stable, because I really do like the mod. They put in some good work. I think, yeah, that's the only changes to the load order I've made today. So let's hop in here. Once again, it's the Solar Interstellar Congress, an egalitarian, pacifist, materialist empire. Empire's maybe the wrong word for it. Nation? There we go. That's a little bit better. Humans, as we're playing them, are intelligent, communal, unruly, quarrelsome, charismatic. Our civics are institutionalized collectivism. The government controls industry and infrastructure to ensure basic baseline of economic cooperation and fairness so that basic needs can be met. We also have workers' councils. Trade unions, democratic workplaces, and cooperatives are a vital part of civil society and an integral part of government. So we get happiness out of this, ship speed, build speed of all kinds. Is pretty nice. This boosts our monthly consumer good output, worker and specialist resource output. It's pretty nice. Our origin is common good. And we'll go take a look at that again. Deja vu, it's like I did all this last night. Common good. At a certain point of development, members of this species realized that their current way of life would eventually lead to the collapse of their civilization, and that they needed to change their habits. As a result, they adopted a philosophy of common good based on utilitarian principles. We start with the common good empire modifier, granting a 5% bonus to society research speed, 7% happiness, 7% amenity usage reduction, a 10% consumer goods usage reduction, and a 5% empire sprawl penalty from pops. It's pretty fucking good. We're still playing on a medium-sized galaxy, though, now I'm feeling like maybe we don't have to, but we'll keep it on medium for the time being. Oh god. They really went with these names, huh? Logistical growth ceiling and growth required scaling. These are by far the most unintuitive descriptors you could use, Paradox. Growth required scaling should be at 1%? Shouldn't these default to 1.1, not 1.5.5? Ooh, fuck. Wow, okay. This isn't helpful at all. Logistic growth ceiling. This controls how large the pop growth bonuses are when planets are in the middle of their logistic curve. The higher it is, the faster pops will grow. Okay. Growth required scaling. This controls how much growth is required for each pop in the Empire. The higher it is, the slower pops will grow. Why are your default values not 1 and 1? Why is your default value Okay, whatever. That's not a huge deal, but that's gonna be super hard to remember. Random, sure, primitives 1, lower density, that's fine. I mean, I guess if these are the default values, I'm not gonna fuck with them. Definitely turn Xeno compatibility off. All advanced starts, Fallen Empires 3, Marauders 2, Crisis, normal. We're starting out at Ensign again because we have a dynamic difficulty mod, and that'll take the reins as far as difficulty goes and keeping things comparable. Especially with the slowed growth from the lower hyperlane density and the dynamic hyperlane, or whatever the fuck the hyperlane mod is. We're not going to be able to rush very easily, especially with aesthetic cinematic gameplay on, rushing it very, very hard. So the AI shouldn't be punished too heavily early on while it's getting those buffs. AI aggression, we're going to keep on normal. Aesthetic cinematic gameplay makes them a little more aggressive than they had been. No victory here. Turn that bullshit off. Iron Man off. Good to go. Watch it crash on Galaxy Generation. I would just end the stream. I'd end the stream. I would just find another game to play today. And honestly, wouldn't be that broken up about it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this dish in the kitchen. I know, thrilling content. Just skip ahead. Like, I don't know, 10 seconds. Yeah, good start, Alex. Good start. Typically, before you start streaming, just like before you start doing anything, you have like a laundry list of stuff that, like, oh, I'll take care of this, I'll do that, I'll do this, and I'll do that. No, I forgot to take the dirty dishes off of my desk, and I really do not want them sitting there mocking me. So this is standard text. Click on through here, number of modifiers, turn that all the way up. Galaxy age, we're doing young. Scaling is on. Options, we are disabling planetary rings because they don't scale well. And then we can turn this on. Again, we have it unpaused, very particularly because there's probably some stuff we have to... I like spawning on the outer rim. Just because it's more immersive. Like, our solar system is like here-ish, best we can tell. So this is close enough. I'm not gonna pull teeth with that. Mod settings, ruler focus, politics, policies. Want survey inspiration, so we get unity from surveying. Away teams, so our discovery chance is higher. And balanced elections, I really don't care about this. Displacement, no. Displacement only, allowed, do trade policy, marketplace of ideas, so we get more unity. I'm not fucking with this yet, though really I should. First contact, we're gonna be proactive, even though the game's gonna send me an event about that, being like, wow, clearly you forgot about this. I haven't. Eureka linearization, so we do basically the same thing the AI does, and it doesn't give me even more research choices because I already have way too many. That was, God, I moved the camera today and it's fucking killing me. It is absolutely killing me. The framing isn't right at all. That's life, bucko. Okay, yeah, none of that matters. What do we got? Wow. Thank God I didn't re-roll this because I didn't aesthetically like where we started. Spark of Genius, Maniacal. What, couldn't it be 3 Spark of Genius candidates? That's very good. We'll go ahead and do that, and good. Got the full set. Scientist starts out with, Bao Zhang here is meticulous. That's great. Bao Zhang. Bao. It's gonna go over there. Ship designer. Cohen and Goal. Ooh, well, that's an interesting name. My name set has Corvettes named after famous battles. So that's why we have Cohen and Goal here. Cohen and Goal, am I remembering this right? Cohen and Goal. I spelled that wrong. Cohen and Goal. Yeah. These were decisive engagements of the undeclared Soviet-Japanese border conflicts from the 11th of May to the 16th of December, 1939. Sell these consumer goods. Let's get a bit more minerals. And the reason we want those minerals is so I don't have to ever look at plotting this out again, because it's a little annoying. I have done this a few times. Just a few times. Okay, we're going to Luna and then spinning around this way. Yep. Mining station. Just going through, getting all the minerals and energy we can from mining stations, then doubling back, we will get the research stations. Reason for that is mining stations cost minerals, so getting more minerals earlier on gives you a positive feedback loop, whereas, wow, we have rare crystals. Okay, a little surprising there. Do you have any tech here? You do. Okay. So we're going to do it this way, which is a little counterintuitive. Go out to Uranus, then Neptune. No Pluto, huh? Just Neptune. All right, well, fair. Okay, and then I guess you're going to go all the way here. Oh, God, this is going to be busy for years. We're not getting this construction ship back for a long time. And you'll do Titan, then you'll do Enceladus. Then you'll come back to do Europa, and I believe that's all the research. That's all the research that spawned so far. It's an important distinction. We can afford another science ship, right? Yeah, these are all upgrading, and we'll definitely be able to afford another one. But you know what? Let's switch that out for another. Do I need that shipyard? No, you know what? I don't need that shipyard right now. We can just, give me another science ship, and save. Play at normal speed. Now we get our hyperlanes event. So we are going to customize this.
Upgraded.
Hyperlanes are going to expand only because the deterioration is a lot more interesting, but the AI can't fucking handle it, so expansion only. Pulsars are going to be random, so they will have hyperlanes appear and disappear. Starbases will generate hyperlanes by choice, not randomly. And that's it. That's all set up. Our rulers become in order, which is perfectly fine. Okay, Sublight Innovations is generally one I really like. Fast and decisive movements of our ships will decide. Okay, the English is not the best on these. We'll decide our time to respond, whether it is in peacetime, exploration, or war with others. The grammar isn't, 100%, but this gives a 15% boost to sublight speed, which helps build stuff faster, it helps survey stuff faster, it just helps everything a little bit when it's involved with ships. So, fleet's all upgraded, so it's gone forever. We now have some excess alloys. Do I want to build 2 ships? No. Why are these in such odd increments? Sell it off. Sell it off, that's fine. And then you... Oh god, the UI mod isn't working. This is how it normally looks. I am so lost. Automation isn't what I want. This is what I want. Planetary features. Get rid of the sprawling slums. Oh my god, yeah, that's confusing as fuck. Like, that doesn't look right at all. So, probably not all the mods have been updated to 3.03. There should be some slight compatibility issues, or that's what Dynamic Mod wants, their Dynamic UI wants it to look like now. Holy shit, another genius. We'll take this engineering person and throw them at Wolf 359. Now let's have them move the opposite way. Throw this genius spark a genius into engineering. I want maniacal in society so that we have a chance, albeit a small chance, of getting psionics early. We probably won't get it, but hey, you know, roll the dice. You get a chip in a chair, you never know what's gonna happen. Alright, nothing exciting down here, so you're just gonna survey Wolf 359. You're gonna try to find some planets this way, but it looks like this dead ends here, maybe? This is a pretty small starting cluster. Not unusually so, yeah. I wouldn't say we have good chances of having a habitable planet in here, because unless this is Trappist or the other one I can never remember, it's gonna be a big old no. Big old no. Am I dropping print? No? No. Do I need to F5 my own fucking stream? Yep. Of course I do. When your up speed be like brr, but the down speed suddenly decides to hemorrhage. So we got a discovery. We haven't found or surveyed a single thing, so anomalies aren't a big deal. Tau Ceti, it's an Arctic world. Alright, well, let's go all the way here to survey, and take it a little slow, I guess. This time around, you'll have to forgive me, I'm not gonna read all the fucking descriptor text, because I did it last night, and I don't want to do it again. Hello. Good afternoon? Good evening? It doesn't feel like evening, it feels like morning to me. I slept in until like 4. I gotta say, I think Pretzel Rocks is given a better soundtrack for Stellaris than Stellaris normally does. It's a little quiet for me, though. Oh, great, a pop-up. What do we find? Dead core. Time is a social construct. Well, you know, it's also a way to measure our orbit around the sun. Well, yeah, you're mostly right. Although, unfortunately, I need to be a morning person by next week so I can get my second vaccine. And, I don't really want to stumble in there all half awake, being like, time's a social construct, man. No, stick that needle in my arm. I'm not above it, though. Unusual transmission in the Tukabel system. Oh, I've also deactivated the mod that, is the realistic star names, because I forgot, aesthetic cinematic gameplay renames all the fucking stars as well. They have some very weird naming conventions, but I like it. Never shank me with the nanobot so I can go to sleep. Give me that 5G. Bill Gates is gonna upload me to the cloud. Okay, yep. Wow, man, it's almost always the same events in the exact same order. Yep. There's life underground. Very interesting. Thrilling. Never seen this before. I'm actually genuinely excited to run into the Mass Effect systems. Assuming they don't cause a crash anymore. They used to, but it seems fixed. I'm hopeful. Ooh, okay. So normally, I'm all for picking the choice that just gives more science, but energy tends to be a very real problem early on and throughout most of the game, so I'm just gonna have that produce more energy. We'll see if that's a wise choice, but feels fine. Oh. I may only stream for like an hour or two today, because my brain be headachy. Oh, this is a Mass Effect event. You mean to tell me Tukobo is a Mass Effect system? Really? This doesn't look like one. This looks like something I did. In a case of astonishing circumstance, the unknown transmission is from estimated 50,000 years ago and is likely a Prothean origin. Much of the transmission is degraded, however. Researchers have been able to conclude that it's likely an emergency broadcast from an unknown location due to its uniform pattern. It's unclear if transmission is from a ship signaling for assistance or from something else, a mystery that will undoubtedly elude us. Yeah, go ahead and at me with that wish list. I mean, Stellaris for me is a real, like, vibe kind of game. A lot of Paradox titles are. What have we found? Trace amounts of dung. Do science to the poop. Very important scientific stuff. What are we doing on, we're good on alloys and consumer goods. I can justify pumping out a couple more of these. I need a couple more? One more. Construction ship. The Irasian Concordat. God, we've just been very unlucky with our precursors. These suck. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, this might be the worst one. This gives a relic that... Oh, yeah, this relic blows. Okay, well, fine. You know, I was hoping for one of the interesting or cool ones, but nope.
Shift log updated.
Going under. Okay, I'm... No, yeah. I have this on a wish list. Yeah, this is already wish listed for me. Going Under is a satirical dungeon crawler about exploring the cursed ruins of failed tech startups as an unpaid intern. Yeah, you've told me to play this before, as a matter of fact. Yeah. I know this. But God, this is killing me. The camera is at such a weird fucking angle. Can I not be, like, feeling like I'm falling over every time I look at me? That's a little bit better. But, like, gimbal over this way, gimbal over this way, gimbal over this way, and, like... Sure, whatever. My apartment's on an angle anyway. Nothing's really straight, including that game. Yeah, it seems good. We only get 3/4, so that's fair. Plasma worlds, plasma life. We'll study the plasma life. First contact protocols. We're gonna greet them with open arms. Why? Honestly, I think cautious is more realistic, but the influence from first contact is very nice. So we're gonna be gaming. We're gaming. Yeah, I haven't been too moved by new games lately. I've been playing a lot of Elder Scrolls Online just because it's something to play with friends. And it's fun. It's a game. But yeah, it hasn't been super exciting. I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect, but like, dog, I'm sure y'all have seen enough Mass Effect for a lifetime. We've probably seen enough Stellaris too, but it just, you're not gonna get reactions out of me from a game that old that I played that much. It's more just like nostalgia and taking notes on like their world building and stuff that I like and what they did well and what they didn't do well, like trying to study it as I go. There's a fucking fruit fly in here and I'm losing my mind.
Construction.
That's fair. That's fair. I too tend to do the same thing, living wish lists through other people, especially streamers. Like, I tend to not pick up a game until I watch someone playing it for a couple of hours, because typically through watching someone play it I can decide if it's for me or not. And then even after that, buying it on Steam, you still have what, like 2 hours to try the game before you can't return it for full price. So it's like a tiny demo. It's like a teeny tiny demo. And most of the YouTubers and Twitch personalities, Northern Lion particularly, are very, very good at making me want to play games by being just, like, okay at them. I'm not gonna say bad, because context, it's negative. They're not that good at it. And it definitely gives me, like, give me the controller syndrome. And if I get that feeling from watching somebody play a game, I know it's probably a good game.
Scientific progress attained.
Yeah, waiting for discounts is probably the smarter thing to do. Science ship build speed, I'm gonna do this. Better hyperdrive would be nice, but it's not super important. I'd rather just re-roll those techs.
System resources analyzed.
Do I want to push forward or no? Let's research this and then probably push back. Research reduction or upkeep reduce. Words are hard, right? Research. Nope. Researcher upkeep reduced. There we go. Man, you know what? I'm out. Let's produce an international park. One culture job per 40 pops. I'm not even sure if this would give a job, but it gives amenities. Central data net gives more amenities and researcher output. And if they still need jobs, we can address that later. But a bunch of really shitty games on 90% because there's marginal gains to be made by reselling trading cards. Oh, yeah, you know, you're probably right, but that sounds horrible. That just sounds like torture to me. You'll go up there, yeah. I tried to do that when I was younger. I'm like, there's money to be made here, and I quickly gave up on it. Very quickly gave up on it. Trading cards are such a... Who pays for trading cards on Steam? Like, what? Like, you're buying a non-physical thing. Like, trying to... I get physical trading cards or, like, physical collection hobbies because, like, we're fucking goblins and we like having hordes. But it's an imaginary horde and it doesn't do anything. Together, and it's just losers who care about their profile level. That's who? Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's... No, you're right. When profile level first started being a thing back in the olden days, I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. They're gonna do something with this. They're gonna gamify it. And then they never really did. It's just... it's just a thing. It's just a weird-ass EP system that really just shows how much money you throw away on shit you really don't need and really doesn't give you anything. Alright, go into mod settings. Ruler focus. We're focusing on Demagogue because Demagogue gives us 1 additional influence. This will go up to 4 per month. We also have another campaign point. I kind of want to put it into research focus. I'm just going to put it into research focus. Literally only matters if you need a larger friends list. Just remove people who aren't actually your friends. Like, come on, none of us have that many friends. Not real friends. I have a few people added on Steam as friends who I don't know at all. To be honest, how many Steam users have more than 15 IRL friends? That's what I'm saying. Like, I have like 5 or 6. No, maybe like 8 IRL friends on Steam. And the rest are just like people I knew from gaming communities or friends of friends or people who added me because they, for whatever reason, like my fucking YouTube content. Don't do that, by the way. I'm not gonna engage with you. If you want to engage with me, do it on Twitch. Do it on Twitter. Do it on other social media platforms. I am most likely just gonna mute you through Steam. I don't talk to people through Steam. I talk to people who are playing games on Discord. Yeah. Yeah, it's very weird.
Complete.
Like, I'd even get it if your Steam user level gave you, oh god, I don't know, like, fucking hats in Team Fortress 2 or something like that. Then, yeah, people pay good money for weird skins in video games. I'd get it. But as is, I don't get it. The kids are wrong and I don't understand. Yeah, I saw a few friends on Elder Scrolls Online earlier, and I thought about hopping on, but I've not been doing shit today. That's a lie. I slept, refused to put my laundry away, took a shower, Had breakfast. Opened my windows. I've had a very productive day. What do we need right now? Food we don't need yet, but we will need sooner than later. Energy we're actually doing perfectly fine on. We're about to pick up, what, like 17, 20 more, so that's not really an issue. Yeah, food, I guess. Ag District, go. That's 5 things. Hats, you say? Hell yeah, 5 things. I know. I know. I truly live an inspirational life of exciting endeavors and heroic deeds. Steam chat exists to tell people to get on Discord. That's pretty much what I use it for, is, hey, why the fuck aren't you on Discord?
Situation log updated.
I'm not reading any of the fucking text this time around. Listen, if something interesting happens, we'll talk about it, we'll point it out, but this is just a vibing game. We're just here to vibe. And, like, slowly colonize space.
Construction finalized.
Hell yeah, didn't mean to zoom in. Build the mining stations, then the research stations. Yeah, goddamn. Sure wouldn't... I wouldn't hate if we got more hyperlink connections soon, though, because I sure would like to colonize another planet, maybe eventually sometime in this game, or we can just sit in this little bubble of space and not do anything. Yeah. Yeah, you know, really not much going on in my life, personally. I mean, politically, God, you know, there's all kinds of shit we could get into, but I'd really rather not. Right now, I am just existentially tired. Sort of good news. Ceasefire in, Israel? Gaza? And by ceasefire, I mean Israel was the one who started attacking Gaza, and they were the one really in control of the conflict, and they could have stopped at any time. But now that they've stopped, we're supposed to congratulate them on bringing peace and stability to the region, even though they were the larger perpetuator of violence. But whatever. Yep. No, that's one of the first things I did today, was watch Joseph Biden, Comrade Biden, on talking about I've done nothing and yet I'm taking all the credit for a ceasefire in Gaza. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Running an idler once a year to get trading card drops from forgotten games. Makes your friends list purge itself as people who don't remember me unfriend me due to the notification spam. Well, that sounds horrible to be around for. I'm glad I don't have you added. That sounds awful. Notification spam would just be like, you know, fuck off. Leave me alone. God, the Irasian Concordat is so fucking boring. They got the Javorian pox. Like, this would be super interesting if diseases existed in Stellaris. But they never actually added any sort of disease mechanics outside of, like, 1 or 2 planetary events. They were very singular. Like, this suggests that at some point there was an intention to expand on this kind of theme, to have diseases or other kinds of contaminants spread from planet to planet, having to deal with quarantine, and, you know, that kind of neat side of science fiction, especially space science fiction. But they never touch on this shit again. You hear about this horrible plague that wiped out an entire interstellar civilization, and then never run into anything similar in the game. It's very weird. It's very disjointed. Serves as a PSA to people, you should mute game notifications. That is true. I really... Who gives a fuck that so-and-so is playing a game I've never heard of? I care if it's a game I also share, that has multiplayer, Yeah, those two. If it's a game I own and it has multiplayer, then I care that they're playing it, because maybe we can play it together. But probably I don't care. Like, there's a good, 90% chance that all I'm gonna do is make a joke and then not engage on it. I have a few friends who will message me on Steam and, try to talk about the game I'm playing while I'm playing it. I'm like, I don't wanna do this. I just want to play the game. If I wanted to talk to someone right now, I'd be in a chat room. Please, God, leave me alone.
Anomalous readings detected.
Yeah, research debuff as your scientist rush to be the first one to formulate a vaccine. Why not, right? Be interesting, but they just don't have anything like that. It's very, very weird. Oh, we're in the future. There's no disease. Okay. Yep. It's such a shame. Gilliman did put so much time and effort and really a lot of love into the descriptions for a lot of these, but I don't want to read a fucking paragraph every time a new planet gets colonized or surveyed. It's too much. It's too much. I'm sorry. The good ones, the ones that give more than just society research or physics research, or the ones that actually do something substantial, I'll point out, but haven't seen one yet. Signs of battle, this just gives ship graveyard, which isn't that great. Protoplanet, this one isn't that great either. Cured every disease in the universe before we even left our solar system. I really miss primitive players. Pode, I think, was the Pode was the author of that mod, and basically it made it so that you had to research FTL tech and everything. You started with only your home planet surveys. You have to survey the solar system, build outposts, and it felt very much expansy, early space exploration. And then when you got FTL, it was a big deal, and it felt bigger than just starting the game with it. And I get why Paradox didn't do that. As with many things, Paradox didn't do that because AI bad, AI couldn't handle it, and we just simplify every fucking system in the game so that the AI can pretend that it's competent when it's not. it's just every fucking Paradox game. Well, the AI couldn't handle it, so we cut out these really cool possible systems and instead just gutted them and didn't balance them in any way because we can't be held accountable. I'm not bitter. I don't know what you're talking about. Stellaris Caveman to Cosmos win. Were you around for me trying Caveman to Cosmos? That's a Civilization 3? Civ 4? Civ 4. It's a Civ 4 mod. I tried. Lord, I tried. But it is so fucking slow. I don't hate on older games because of the graphics very often. That did not age well. It didn't age well. It made me feel like I was dying playing that game. On the other hand, Humankind by the developers of Endless Space and Endless Legend is a new Civ-like game that basically does the Caveman to Cosmos thing. You start out as hunter-gatherers, and there's actually a dedicated portion of the game where you play as hunter-gatherers. It's very cool. I've had a lot of fun with the open beta, and I'm really looking forward to that coming out in August or September of this year. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, it didn't Age of Empires well. That's a good way to put it. Man, Age of Empires has just flourished. AoE 2, particularly. AoE? No. Yeah, it is AoE. That is the abbreviation. Age of Empires 2 is absolutely flourished. The competitive community is astounding. Just astounding. In terms of the people who exist in the year of our Lord 2021 are I'm gonna start playing this game that's over 20 years old. Why? What? No, it's like, is it 20 years old? How old is Age of Empires? Age of Empires 2. 99. 22 years old. 22 fucking years old. That game can drink. That game can serve its country in a foreign war. and people are still picking it up to get involved with the competitive scene. Increasingly often, even. It's incredible. Yeah, that's fair. Endless Legend. If I'm being honest, it wasn't very good. It really wasn't very good. It had a lot of promise. It did a lot of cool things. But it wasn't good. It was very clunky. It didn't feel good to play. I really love their setting. I really love what they were trying to do. But I think the execution largely fell flat. You know what? Industrial District. The execution really fell flat. Just really a shame.
Anomalous readings detected.
I love the factions so much. I love the setting. God, who made that game? I have to look this up. Because if I'm gonna give a compliment, I want to do it to the right people. I think Amplitude Studios. That's right. Amplitude Studios have a gift for storytelling and world crafting. They really, really do. But
Anomalous readings
Endless Legend was not a lot of fun. Not a lot of fun. I keep going back to it, wanting it to be more fun than it is, and it just doesn't really do. You son of a bitch! You rad bastard! You know what? I'm leaving you there. John hears me talking about how I hate people talking to me on Steam, and then he goes for it, you know? 5 stars. 5 stars. Game, please be fun. Yeah. Survey team have thoroughly analyzed the drifting hulk passing YZ SETI 11B and have concluded that the vessel was once a traveling resort and casino known as the Princera Nasana. Ship served as a luxury escape for upper echelons of society. Baojing has reported that the I almost said vegetable vessel and its occupants have been traveling the void for an estimated 100,000 years. However, it seems in the final years of the vessel's operation, its passenger numbers swelled. An estimated 8,000 individuals' remains have been found so far, all in cramped conditions. Constitutions. Furthermore, it's oh god, conditions is hard to say, huh? Man, this is so weird. My stream, I've never had buffering issues when I'm watching in my other monitor. Today, it's been buffering, but no frames dropped. CPU is at 4%. All right. With conditions. Yeah, cramp consolidation. Okay, you know what? Screenshot this. I make a note to pass this on to the devs, because the devs for this mod are really nice. They're really nice. Void cruise event typo. What was this at? Like at 45-ish. Fine. my down speed is like 2 terabytes and it's still like no. Conditions, cramped conditions. Furthermore, it's immediately evident there are at least 7 unique species with no distinction of wealth and status. However, there's simply not enough evidence to theorize on the society that these individuals once came from. Survey team hypothesized that the Princera Nasana may have been a vessel for refugees or an emergency transport ship for military personnel. Whatever the reason, it's clear the ship never found a friendly port and instead faced a slow death, drifting through space as vital systems slowly deteriorated. Hell yeah. Uplifting.
Anomalous readings detected.
We'll go ahead and research that. How far off is this? Yeah, not far off. Goodbye, research focus, extreme storms. Great, get some science. Love it. There are people in 3 different channels right now. A good friend of mine from Indiana is still playing Cyberpunk 2077. I do not fucking understand. What's more is my dude is playing Cyberpunk 2077 on the 360. No, he's not. Is he? No, on the Xbox One. Godspeed, man. Godspeed. Hey, we got some factions. So we get some tiny bit more influence. It's a fine game. It's broken as hell and needs a lot of further development, but like the bones are good, right? But he is a sadist, still playing that on the Xbox. I can't imagine that.
Construction
I only buy consoles if there are games I'm like dying to play, like Persona 5. Persona 5, I think, was a PS3 exclusive, which is PS4 exclusive, which is why I bought one. Was it worth it? Yes. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Yeah, worth it. Absolutely worth it. Have you told them there's better ways to practice BDSM? I'm sure he knows what works for him better than I do.
Anomalous readings detected.
You know, if
Construction complete.
it ain't hurting nobody except him, who am I to judge? Me, that's who I am to judge. God damn it, I'll do it again. New colonies start with pops, pop growth speed, starbase influence cost. Starbase influence cost is probably what we need sooner. Really, pop growth speed is incredible here, but Empire Sprawl we're not really running into an issue with yet either, so just want to keep growing until we fill up this tiny little bubble and hope that the hyperlanes grow out instead of just connecting systems I can already access. Please, Lord.
Scientific progress attained.
Oh, my sweet Lord. Do we need food? No. Leader lifespan? We don't really need to boost that yet. Like, at all. Do I want gene clinics? No, but yeah. Are we doing on jobs? Yeah, we're full up on those. Okay, I'm gonna get another building slot. And then we're gonna put a gene clinic down. You know what? No, fuck your habitable world survey. We have no habitable worlds to survey. Give me that influence and get out of my office. We build star bases here and nothing else.
Special inquiry concluded.
Oh, hey, a new ship. Oh no, it died. How did that happen? Want to hear something horrible? I mean, all day, every day. It's all I ever want to hear. Always. If that weren't the case, why would I be so well informed? Oh. Man. I'm so excited to get fully vaccinated next week, but then I still have to wait 2 more fucking weeks before I can do anything. Well, I was in the shower earlier, I was like plotting out my brain the fucking road trip I'm gonna do once I'm all vaxxed up. A friend described a coworker's PowerPoint presentation as poggers on a group chat. Hell yeah, dude. Epic. You know, good for them. Good for them. I'm not gonna shame them. I can't say poggers
System resources
with any degree of seriousness. Poggy, dude. Getting all pogged up on a Friday night. Like, it's a very funny phrase. It's a turn of phrase. It's a very, very funny word.
Updated.
It does make me... It's like swag. It's a lot like swag. In its heyday. Just something about it, I'm like, nah, that's stupid. It's bad slang. Yeet? Yeet is genius. Yeet is a visceral word. It's kinetic even. Like, you can get a feeling for what the word means without any context. Yeet is genius. Pog? Bitch, pog don't mean nothing. Getting all pogged up? Don't know what it means. You need context for it. Swag? It's a fucking acronym. Get out of here. Yeet? That's good shit. That's good shit. In the same way that, like, sweet is very intuitive. Sweet, okay, well, sweet things are typically enjoyable, so that means good. That's very understandable. Epic, I mean, I guess, but it's, like, way overused way oversaturated to the point that means nothing anymore. Like, an epic is truly something monumental, and then just saying every fucking thing is epic, no, get out. Get out of here. Okay, I want the hangar bays because they make better ships. I want the build speed because I'm lazy and I like stuff building faster. I'm not really building much, so let's go for the hangar bays. Not that I'm really going to use them right now, but let's just get them to have them, so when I need them, I'll have them. Okay, give you gene clinics. Yeet all landlords. Y'all. Yeet all landlords. Linus. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure that's not what that means. Having come from the south and my family using y'all before it became PC to use y'all. Y'all to me is the way my grandmother says you all. Typically when she's slightly agitated. I'm happy that people get better use out of it than that. Oh man. Yeah. Being born in Kentucky and having family in Kentucky introduced me to a lot of euphemisms, expressions, and turns of phrase that I really wish I had never been exposed to. I'm not gonna go further into depth on that, just like, man. Nah. I remember having a passionate, as passionate as you can get, argument with my older sister when we were kids. How young? I don't fucking know. About the word dude. And if the word dude was gendered. And you know, it probably suggests something when your kids, neither of which have reached, teenagedom, have become teenagers, already talking about if words are gendered a certain way. You know, maybe there were some signs. So your kid's queer. Nah. Certainly not. We didn't ignore that for years. But it drove me fucking insane that my older sister insisted that dudette was the... No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. Prioritize that. Get out of here. Was the effeminate form of dude. I hated the idea that dude was not gender neutral. She's right. But dude is such a great word. And I think that might be... Yeah, it's a word that I really liked because it was gender neutral and I could call everybody it and I could be called it and it didn't make me feel weird or categorized. And then I grew to learn, well, actually, strimmer, prior to my strimmin' days, it do be gendered because fucking everything is gender coded in one way or another. And you just didn't realize that because you were raised cishet boy mode and you internalized things that were masculine as not having a gender because that's how privilege works. Hate it. Please, sir. Please, another hyperlink connection. I'm begging you. I'm fucking begging you. we're not gonna get one. we may not get one for a while. That's fine. I always wanted to just sit here and slowly waste away.
Special inquiry concluded.
Study the engines, boost that sublight speed, baby! Adrift is one of the best vanilla events there are. That 10% sublight speed boost, especially if you get it early, is huge. Sublight speed is very easy to sleep on when you look at the bonuses that especially admirals can give, like, ah man, weapon damage, ship hull points, evasion. But sublight speed is incredible. Getting to stuff faster is huge. All your civilian ships moving faster and therefore getting to start on their jobs faster is huge. Like it's a compound interest thing. Sublight speed is like technology, like one of the fundamental compound interest points where if you invest in that, everything else follows at an accelerated rate. And it is huge, as the Bernie says. Absolutely huge. Monumental. Yeah, I have been thinking about, like I said, road tripping back to, well, really all over. If I can, I'd kind of like to go down, see friends in Oregon, see family in California, see friends in Southern California, take me all the fucking way down the coast. And then there's like no one I know in Arizona anymore, or Texas, or like the South. So like I guess I could just roll through there on a train and enjoy the scenery, or maybe stop and be touristy. I don't know, probably just roll on through. Then swing up through Kentucky to visit my grandparents, because I haven't seen them in a long time, and I'm very fortunate that I only lost one to COVID. Then to see my parents in Indiana, other friends in Indiana, and like, fuck, while I'm at it, I have a friend in Virginia? I think in Virginia, North Carolina. Can't remember. In the Atlantic coast region that I'd like to visit if they're amiable to it. And then, fuck, I don't know, I guess all the way back here. I'd probably stop over in Chicago. I only know like one person in Chicago and it's secondhand, but I fucking love Chicago. Absolutely love this city. I want to just live in their museums. I love the Field Museum. That's my dream job. Hands down is curating in the Field Museum. I never will. Never will.
Special inquiry concluded.
But that's the dream. That's the absolute dream. Okay, we're all done surveying, kids. That's it. Nothing else to see here. No more planets, no more stars. This is it. Just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just these 10 stars are it. This is the entirety of the universe that we can contact until RNG sustains it so to give us access to more. Yeehaw. All right. Well, I wanted a slow start to give the AI more of a chance to catch up. This'll do that. But we found an Arctic world. Am I gonna colonize it? I ain't that desperate. I ain't that desperate. I might terraform it once the time is right, but I'm not desperate enough to colonize that, no. Ooh, hello, nanobots. Hello. Would you like to be used in nanite actuators? I bet you would. Actually, once I'm done with these, I can actually... Yeah, this is fine. Can actually look into research subsidies. What do I do with you? You go home, I guess. You're paranoid... Okay, no, you just idle. If there's one I want getting XP, it's the maniacal, resilient one who's gonna live a long time and might replace our society researcher someday. She, I want getting passive XP.
Complete.
That's not really passive if she's doing something to earn it. Yeah. XP then. The one I want getting XP. Yeah, I'm getting all excited thinking about, ooh. Now that I have a feeling of invulnerability, which may or may not be well founded, what am I gonna do with it? Is it minimally I need to visit my grandparents because I should have done it last year when I still had the chance, and I feel very guilty about not making it out there before my grandfather passed. I don't want to live in the world of what if. You know, I don't want that to be the way I think about my grandparents. Like, I should have done this, I should have done that. I need to take a more proactive role in a lot of my relationships, just overall. But particularly in those with more evident time crunches, if you will. Very politely trying to say that they're old and they're not going to be around forever, and I value them and I value the relationship, and I can't keep putting off being like, next year I'll be able to visit. Next year. No, it doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Now, granted, just because people aren't old doesn't mean that you have all the time left in the world with them. Far from it. I've lost a few very good people in my life who are younger than I am, even, to unexpected accidents, suicide, illness, what have you. God, we have gotten some terrible traits. Can we, no, can't do this yet. Okay. But unfortunately, so much of life is making decisions between one thing and another. It's a series of prioritizations, right? And that's such an unromantic way to put it, but it really is. And, you know, sometimes we prioritize things that give us money, food, shelter, immediate satisfaction, make us feel like we're growing or exploring, and we take for granted a lot of things and a lot of people. And we deprioritize them under the assumption that they'll always be there, or under this naivete that there will be time later on. Yeah. And once you start really looking at the choices you make, and really looking at the consequences of those choices, it can feel quite heavy once you start gauging the existential mortality of everyone and everything, yourself included, the finite amount of time and resources you have to allocate. Alright, well, it's been 10 years, and on that upstirring note, I think I'm gonna put in a break here. I'm gonna put in a cut here, obviously, because it's 10 years, and that's a good segue. But I'm gonna put tea on the stove, boil some water to make the tea with, as you do. So I'll be back in like 4 or 5 minutes. But if you're watching on YouTube, this is obviously it for today. So until tomorrow, I'm going to say toodaloo. Take care. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.